And, you know, as much as grief does surface for me around not having children and not having a partner, I still wouldn't want the wrong partner.
That's a great point for people to hear.
I'm not interested in that. You have to make my life better. It can't just be, you know, I'm in a relationship to be in a relationship. So even though the grief does emerge and that comes and I hold that, I think of what I've done, and I think of, I woke up every morning trying to do my best. I didn't wake up one morning and be like, I'm going to mess this day up.
That's right.
So I must be where I'm supposed to be. And I don't know. Sometimes I think of all of the things I've done, the courage that I've had to have and what I've had to learn how to navigate as a single person with no one to hide behind.
Yeah.
And it's built a really beautiful experience around me. And I have incredible friends.
Yeah, great friends. So she say there are some regrets about not having kids, being a wife or having a partner, as she says. And then, she sit up here and say, well, I could be married, but she did the Kendra G. These boss chicks are, this their move now. I could be married, but why would I get married when there's, 60% divorce rates and all these women are unhappy? I would rather not if I'm not going to be married to a perfect man.
Granted, resistance is futile. We are not here to change Tracee Ellis Ross's outlook on this. Nope. We are here to listen, judge, and move accordingly. Let her talk. And I guarantee you, the more she talk, she's going to sound like a big, strong boy who has gotten to this point in his life and he don't know what to do with all his money. But today's modern boss chicks, they refuse to part with their money. That's why they are in this conundrum.
That part. So she's 52 years old, HQ. She don't have any kids, never been married. Y'all know.
She, I think it's sad because I think what happened to her was she fell in love with somebody, and they couldn't make it work. Because I know she fell in love with Akon's brother, and they were very much together.
With Boo, if she really thought she was gonna get Boo to settle down,
that's
Boo
my point exactly.
Infamous playboy.
That's my point exactly. Exactly.
And he's spicy. He's spicy too. So there's no.
No, he said he didn't believe in monogamy. But
that's what I'm saying. He's very spicy. He's spicy. That means like. He's not I'm going to claim you. You're my one and only Boo. He's not that type.
But I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about her. I'm saying she fell in love.
Why do you keep
okay? You can fall in love with a person that ain't good for you. It happens all the time.
But he is so significantly under her age. He's a young boy. He's young. He's like younger. I think he's probably a couple of years younger than Mr. Walker and Gavin X.
So he's like 35.
That young.
Like
Boo, yeah, he's a younger. Akon is like he's younger than Tracee Ellis Ross.
Yeah,
significantly younger than her. So why she would think Boo was gonna take her seriously and make an honest woman out of her? I don't.
So here we go. We ain't done. We got more madness. Hit the like button.
We've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes. Marie.
You hear this?
No.
Michelle Obama, she's sitting there. Tracee Ellis Ross said she was at dinner with the Obamas. And she told him, I like to date younger men. And she said, you see that face she made? She said, Barack was like, well, why? And she said, because I can. And Michelle Obama said, yeah, girl, preach. This is a married woman telling her, yeah, girl, preach.
I'd be danged if my wife entertained a friend or associate that dares mock me like this. Yeah, Barack said, why? Why you mocking my husband like that? Better be her next question. Why my husband don't sound like that? And they sitting there laughing at his expense. Egregious. Again, uncovering of your husband's head. Egregious broken marriage vows is all I'm seeing.
There we go. I'm gonna take it back.
On that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a
Several
great dinner.
snaps
We
on that
we
one.
had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes. Preach. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's really fun to share.
Tracy tale.
But
you date a younger
I'm sorry.
woman.
But one of the
Younger man.
reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous? There's that. But a lot of men.
So there we go. She's on the record, like Raquel was hitting on. She's on the record saying she dates 35-year-old men. She has said that out of her mouth. She said they could be 35, 30, that's her thing. And she's 52. I mean, it's where we at.
Ain't double standard. I ain't mad at it. You practice. You a good time. No strings attached. I ain't a notch under the belt. Got a celebrity. Do your thing, boo-boo.
That part, what's your take, HQ? 52, 35?
Nothing. I just think it's very sad. That's all. Very sad. Human
Is
being.
it cringe? Is it cringe? Like, what if
She has no choice? There are no choices. I mean, I'm from the premise that she had these feelings for this particular person. She made it known that that's how it was. Just because you fall in love with the wrong person, that don't mean you get past that. Some people just don't get past that. You just have to think, that's a beautiful woman right there. She got a banging body, beautiful woman, all these things going for her. So why she never got a man? Never got a man. She wanted one. But he
We're
didn't
going to
want
burn through this. I think by the end of this conversation, we'll get to the bottom of it. Here we go.
But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is but a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. So she said most of men her age, y'all toxic masculinity. You hear that, Black America, Leon King? She said y'all toxic. You ninjas. But
you
no,
name them two. You name them two.
HQ, you sit down with your cantankery. No, listen, Trace, you out of pocket, sister. There we go.
Toxic masculinity, the term itself is just sick. These toxic masculinity. You know what toxic masculinity does? Toxic masculinity sends a man into a burning building to say folks he don't know. That's what toxic masculinity looks like. Toxic masculinity is a guy getting out and helping a stranger on the side of the road change a tire. That's masculine as heck. And to the point where y'all deem it toxic. But there you go. I don't know who said it. Anytime the women like Tracee Ellis Ross is in trouble, you know, if she's in her mansion and she hears a bump in the night, when she dialed 911, you want to know who she wants to show up? A big old toxic masculine man to come get the boogeyman away. Fact. So stop with this toxic masculinity. Y'all need it.
If a whole bunch of women showed up to help me, I would be so scared for all of us. Like, no, please send the firefighter men, or like, please, no. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as y'all could imagine, the sisterhood is coming to defend her. So
Tracee Ellis Ross meant 35. Y'all love to get on this internet acting obtuse. She didn't mean 21 younger. You love to try to, get status behind your predatory actions. She meant 35, 40, and she's 55. Not you, Nick, wanting to date 20 and 19-year-olds and you're 60 and 55 years old. That's different. And I hate how men get on the internet and act obtuse about power dynamics. Like the average 50-year-old woman is not dating a 20-year-old. Let's cut the fucking shit. Like, just say you like little girls, you like young girls because they're easy to manipulate, but stop trying to make a thing a thing. Tracee Ellis Ross, men, I like younger men. And the context clues, inference, y'all are just dumb as a box of rocks, man. She meant 35 years old, 40, 50, and I'm 52.
Execute Order 66.
We got a young lieutenant. She's making her way up the ranks. This is how you get stripes in the gynocracy. You got to come to the front and defend it.
With sign language, insults, and ad hominems. Y'all dumb. Dumb as a bucket of rocks. We ain't like y'all. That's not what she meant. Ladies, to try to help y'all out. Men, maybe we are not as smart as y'all. I'm being facetious. All right. We don't know what y'all mean. We only know what y'all say. I'm going to say it again. We cannot decipher what y'all mean. We hear y'all words and we take them at face value, and that's it. But if you say you like younger men, we don't, and you don't put an age on it, don't expect us to put some safe parameters on there for your good feelings. No,
wait a minute. I know that it means they thought she meant 21 years old. I know that.
She should have said it. She should have been specific about that's women. They are vague. They'll say, "Oh, I'll take a."
So when a man says the same thing, y'all think 21 and 22 too?
Y'all be lying. That I'm gonna stop it there. These women
We think that when men say they like to date younger, we're thinking of age, which is 21 and up.
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
And start
until that weirdo the other night. Until the weirdo the other night that brought 18 into the room.
Ain't nobody gonna bat a lash if a 50-year-old woman is hunching on an 18-year-old young man. No one gonna bat a lash.
I think half your age plus
HQ, I just want you to acknowledge that one thing. If a 50, 60-year-old woman hunching on an 18-year-old boy, young man, no one's gonna even blink. Y'all say, oh, that's all y'all say is y'all say, oh, that's a shame. That's sad. But whenever
I would never condone anything like that ever.
I'm saying it's the choice of words and how y'all address it. When women do it, it's sad. Oh, I wouldn't do that. But when dudes do it, they are condemned. Women are slightly indirectly shamed. Men are condemned.
And I condemn every person that does something like that.
Okay.
Every person that does something like
I believe you.
Any person that you don't date and they not half your age plus 7, you're degenerate. That's the way I look at it, female or male.
Fair.
Half your age plus 7.
Okay. So here we go. She said Tracee Ellis Ross is dating 35. All right, even though she's 55 or whatever, she be on IG thirst trapping like this.
Come on out that pool.
Let's give this dirty hairstyle.
Ain't nobody worried about that hair. Cheeks.
I just want you to know I just bent my knee. Just bent it. And it hurt. It was like, ouch. Which is exactly what happens when I wake up in the morning now. I wake up at 50, hot as ever. And it's as if someone beat me up while I was sleeping. I'm like, oh. That's how I wake up. Ouch. Oh, and then I have to stretch. Who knew that was actually going to be real? It's real, guys. Sunblock in the eyes. Water in the ear. I have dipped.
It's her. She's dramatic. All right. As y'all know, what her mom is who? Diana Ross. Not sure what she's famous for, but that's her mom. And it's her brother, the one guy that
What? Wait a minute. You don't know who Diana Ross is?
Not really. I know the name is familiar. I don't know what she's
famous for. She's a singer. Yeah, she's a
singer. She put on Michael Jackson.
Okay, granted. Well, listen, is her brother also the guy that played in ATL? T.I.'s little brother is in the movie ATL.
No, but he looks similar to her little brother.
I thought they were related.
That's
No,
Diana Ross's son.
Yes, it
her
is.
little brother is married to Jessica Simpson's little sister.
I thought the guy that played in ATL, his last name is Ross. That's her brother.
That's
her
Diana Ross's son.
That's whose son?
That dude that played T.I.'s brother in the movie.
That's Diana Ross's son.
Yeah.
Yes. That's her
That's
son.
her little brother.
He's married to that singer's sister. Yes. Diana Ross. That's her son.
Yeah.
Diana Ross's son.
So sorry. Yes, that is him. He was little back then. Now he's grown and married to Jessica Simpson's little sister, Ashley Simpson.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's my man.
And they have two kids.
Yeah, that's the dude at ATL. It was cutting up. He said, I'm getting some cutty in this house. I don't say nobody get no cutty in this house.
So that's his little sister.
That's her little brother. That's her little brother.
Yeah, her little brother. Okay, I'm sorry.
But this is her. She's on Instagram a lot of times. Let me see if I could pull this up. She's been doing this for a long time. She's an old 304. As y'all can see, she's been doing modeling and stuff since she was young, apparently. She's 55. She's been on the scene for a while. And she was beautiful. She ain't a bad-looking woman.
She was. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's a waste. Yes.
So that's her mom. That's her mom right there. Her and her mom.
They was the truth. And they wasted. I don't care what nobody say. Diana Ross, Tracee Ellis Ross, these sisters, they fell victim to their own hubris. They sitting there watching men around them, the men they desire, move like men, and they want to be men. And they act like men. That's why they lonely. Because they don't know, like men, they got to pay to play when they get to the end of their life.
Look at her. Back in the 90s, she was out there getting them cheeks clapped. All right? Brad and Chad, you name it.
Yes, by Brad and Chad. She dated a Chad for a long time. That Chad didn't marry her. So she had been in a long-term relationship. When she's talking about how she did that for a Chad, and he never married her. Her dad is also a Chad.
Yes, she is. Her dad is, yes. And that's the first time I seen this woman was in the TV show Girlfriends. I didn't know who her mom was. None of that. I'm ignorant. I'm from the projects for real.
Yeah, Diana Ross. Yeah, I only know from listening to the old school.
Yeah, I don't know. I had no clue. Y'all in the chat. I don't know who Diana Ross is.
That song, I'm coming out.
Okay.
I want the world to know.
Now, if somebody had $1 million in the suitcase and they say name who, before you just told me that, if they said name the singer, I couldn't do it.
Well, call me. I'm gonna help you keep your bag. Okay, call me.
It's just, that's that ignorant.
You got this dynamic daughter mommy duo. Look at them. Let's stop for a minute. Take dating out of it. You got a mom and a daughter working the primetime runway. How do you mess that This is a dream. This is not dream deferred, dream granted.
She took after her mom because Chutney, her sister, I believe her sister is married with the family. Her little brother is also married with a blended family. He took on a woman with a kid and then had more kids with that woman. Mm-hmm. And when you see their Easter holiday photo tomorrow, it will be today, it will be so beautiful, and it will have all the family in there, and she'll be the only one with no man and no children amongst her. She'll be holding one of her nieces or nephews, like always. Every year she holds her niece or nephew, and she has no man at the party, no man to show for.
Say it.
I stay open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably
way open.
Yes. Oh my God, that sounded so wrong.
I didn't mean that, Mom.
My heart,
your family,
my heart stays open.
Your heart
more open than it should. Yes. That was hard.
All right.
More open than it should be. But I do date, and it's a fascinating adventure out there. Mostly though, I think there's really good men out there. I think to a certain extent, I'm a very unique sort of unicorn of a woman. And so it's going to take a unique person. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, I have really learned how to live my life and enjoy it and not sit around waiting. There's a lot you can learn about who a guy is or who a person is.
No accountability. When she sat there and said she's a unicorn of a woman, she removed accountability off of her. He said, I'm not the problem. The problem is there's not enough unicorn men. All right. Because I'm perfectly fine. I'm different than every other woman.
Kid, they didn't get the memo. Glory to the Godfather. You are not a special unicorn. No, you are not. That's their problem. Look, she said that with a straight face. As logical men, all we see is you waving the white flag. I'm a unicorn. There ain't enough unique men out here for me. Granted, don't resist what she's saying. Take it as truth. She's right. There is not a man out here for her, so she won't have one. If you say it, it is true.
I think there's really good men out there. I think to a certain extent, I'm a very unique sort of unicorn of a woman. And so it's going to take a unique person. And in the meantime, I have really learned how to live my life and enjoy it and not sit around waiting. There's a lot you can learn about who a guy is or who a person is by how they are on the court.
Yes.
They let their guard down.
They let their guard down and their
really
character comes out.
I think I could have used that information. I think I'm a little late on adding that to my list of how to figure out if he's a match. Noted now. There's still time because I'm still single. So noted now.
And that's another thing about women like her. She got so much life experience. It ain't even funny. She's been doing this stuff since she was a kid, flying on planes, going on to islands. And she's an actress. As y'all can just see, she can flip into these roles where she start acting goofy. Don't no man got time for that. She probably is in and out of different roles throughout the day, just acting wonky.
And she's stuck in her ways. I respect it. And men need to, and men do respect it. Ladies, that's why she's alone. Ain't no man she desires. No, he knows that he can't come here and do nothing with her. Anytime Mr. X, she break out to one of them characters, you better laugh. You better be on the same time she on. Otherwise, y'all ain't got chemistry. Now you got to go. That's her. Modern women like Tracee Ellis Ross, Jada Pinkett Smith, Nia Long, all of them, they have become Mr. They have become the man they claim they despise. They are insufferable. They can't get along with men. They blame the men while it's sick. Prove me wrong, I will wait.
Match. Figure out if he's a match.
Still
noted now. There's still time because I'm still single. So noted now. I learned as I've gotten older, like chemistry is not a relationship. And love,
say that again.
Chemistry is not a relationship.
Yes.
And love does not always include chemistry.
And everybody out there asking, well, what is chemistry? Huh?
That's all she care about.
That's chemistry. And I ain't talking about high school class. She say, chemistry is not a relationship, meaning punching. Just because he clapped my cheeks don't mean I go with him.
Right on, Miss X. Thank you for pointing that out, because that go over some folks' head. Yeah, instead of saying situationships, chemistry, it sounds kind of honorable, right? Our chemistry. No, y'all body fluids. And she got a point. Hunching ain't love, and love don't equate to good hunching. So little man in the boat is wearing them out.
That's why you're not supposed to have all that good old experience that Mr. Gavin was just talking about, ladies. Because then it's just too much and you can't make a decision because you don't know which way to go. You done been flipped upside down, ran through the mud, ran through the libraries or wherever y'all done been ran through at. And it's just like, it's so confusing. That's why you're not supposed to have that's the drop, because you done got addicted to the juice. Now you don't know what to pick or what's best for you.
It's all those experiences, like you said. So this guy was taking me on the best vacations. This guy was the most intellectual, stimulated my mind. This guy gave me the best meat hunching, and they like, dude, now they at the end of the road, and now the final guy got to match all these other past guys.
That is why you don't have so many guys. Like, good Lord. You can't make a good decision with all of those different pieces of the puzzle scattered around out there. Like, good Lord. Now you think you're missing out on any little thing if it's not that with the other person, which makes you miserable and insufferable, and nobody can please you. That's what the men are saying. Too much juice is bad for you. Like, y'all want to be able to get all the juices y'all want, but it's not good for you. It's detrimental. Like, good Lord, she sounds so dumb. And then why is Michelle up there like snapping and clapping? Why is she not giving her any pushback? Like, asking her any in-depth questions? Like, she has 2 daughters. Does she want this for her daughters?
Yes, she went on to say that. Yeah, she said she is raising her. I think we'll get to it, but I'm gonna ask you this, HQ. At 52 years old, she's 52. Can she still find everything that she's looking for? It ain't. She says she's still single.
Can she? I guess maybe she can. I don't know. I don't know what the lady's life is like. I don't know.
You think it's a high probability?
I know what I told y'all at the beginning. Why she didn't get married? Why she's not in a relationship? That's what I think.
You think it's a probability? I guess it's always a chance. Do you think it's a probability?
There's always a chance, but I think she sabotages herself. I think she sabotaged herself. So
it's over.
Okay. Yeah, it's over for her. Yeah, for her and Vivica and all the other dragons my age.
There's still time because I'm still single. So noted now.
You know,
I learned as I've gotten older, like chemistry is not a relationship. And love,
say that again.
Chemistry is not a relationship.
Yes.
And love does not always include chemistry.
Yes.
And I'm somebody who wants both. Now, everybody's not like that. Some people are really don't want a sort of the passionate chemistry of, intimate, physical energy. That's not their thing. And you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who that's one of the ways they communicate love. And the crazy thing is for me, when it takes a lot for somebody to get inside my heart and feel safe, once you get in there, it's so hard for me to get you out. And I have to really give myself time. And that's the other thing I would say to Ronan about him sort of pining around this old relationship. Remember that in memory, you remember the good stuff.
That's right.
So it's not always the full picture. There's a reason that didn't work, and you can trust that. And the right relationship, there's nothing you can do to make it stop. Like it will resurface itself if it's meant to be.
So here we go. This woman is facing her mortality. She's looking old. Like I said, she's still not a bad looking woman, but she's in her 50s. She ain't that 20-year-old runway model we seen. And she sort of wasted her youth. We done seen this many times, and she's nothing like her mom. So we could sit here. Her mom had kids. All right. Her mom got a legacy. This woman has none of that.
How does that happen? Like, I mean, as parents, we all want the best for our kids. And I know for sure, shout out to Diana Ross, one of my favorites. I know she wanted the best for her kids. Like, how do they address this? Like, how are you a mom of 3 or 4 and you looking at your daughter who didn't get none of that, and you watching her go through this pain? This is pain here. This is not a victory lap. This is not a moment of exhaling. She is sitting here just trying to make the pain make sense. She's like, I am a full body woman. I live a fulfilling, robust life. But whenever the lights close and everybody step away, and it's just you left with your thoughts, and your shiny things can't hold you, and it's too damn cold to get in that pool and go for a dunk, then what?
Opportunity. Missed opportunities. Some people are not meant to be married or in relationships. It is what it is. Not all of us can be good at that. Not all of us have the opportunity.
So do you think she came to that realization though? I agree with that, HQ. Do you think she realizes that?
I think she's come to that conclusion. She's accepted the fact that she can't have children.
Or she wants partnership. She wants partnership from a guy that she is really attracted to. She says she wants both. She wants chemistry and love from a guy she desires at this age. She wants fire and desire.
It's so childish. That was so childish of her. That was so childish. Of course, everybody wants fire and desire. Of course, we're all human. That's the thing about it. That's what makes her so dumb and delusional, that she thinks that she's this special snowflake unicorn thing. Right. That what she wants is so different than the next lady on Kendra G's channel. Everybody wants the man in the boat popping off, going crazy when they like. Come on, man. Like, yeah, that's women want that. But that is not what you base a relationship off of, the bedroom chemistry. That is childish, Tracee. That because it's an ebb and flow. You know, like sometimes it's going to be wilding and on the porch, on the deck, outside, in the grass. Sometimes it's going to be like that. Sometimes it's going to be vanilla, in the bed, laying down. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. So childish.
Look at her.
Tracee in the gym. Tracee says she's 50 years old. She's still in shape, and she wants the meat that she wants. And I'm sure she's still probably getting them cheeks clapped, like she said, by 35-year-old men or younger.
35-year-old, I mean, 20-year-old. That they not gonna tell the whole truth. They not. Somebody like Tracee, she'll have a pool boy, somebody come through there. Yeah, 16 and up. Big old mature testosterone done hit early. Come on in here, get yourself something cool to drink, pool boy, and get these cheeks.
So this is her at the gym doing her yogas and thirst trapping, sweating. Not a bad looking woman. Most men, if she was a married woman right now, her husband would be excited to see his wife at 50 still in shape, still in the gym, doing her thing. But you single out here, and she regrets it, as she said. She says, I regret not having children. I don't have a partner. I'm out here by myself.
Amen, amen, amen. She should have been someone's wife for the past 20-some years, but she ain't.
So this is her. I see y'all in the back. I'm sure some of y'all might try to jump in her DM just to get left on unread.
All the way unread.
They're going to be like, I'm 35, Tracee. What's up?
And not only that, Raquel was saying something about Michelle Obama up here. And at some point, Michelle Obama, she said she is going to raise her kids like that, to be free spirits, almost like the Tracee Ellis, do whatever makes them happy.
I knew that, you date enough people, you date people that just cheat, right? And one thing I learned, luckily I learned it soon, I realized that cheating, if I was dating a cheater, that had nothing to do with me, because like I am not inherently a cheater or a liar. I mean, I would rather just look somebody in the face and say, we should break up because I'm thinking about dating somebody else. And I'm not going to hold you hostage while I go experience stuff.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
You a liar.
That's a lie. So Michelle says, if Barack is cheating, it got nothing to do with her. She ain't lacking femininity just because she on stage doing push-ups. She ain't lacking femininity. She says it ain't about her. That's his problem.
And that's why now there's divorce rumors going around. Yeah. Lady, just learn. My only hope, and I'm saying hope on purpose, my only hope is that folks are observing this and not just laughing. Take note so that we don't fall victim to this madness either. I guarantee you, Big Mike did not think she would be up here at this big old grown age acting like this. But they fall victim to the gynocratic order and the sisterhood, because this is cringe. This was the first lady, all right, wife to president of the United States up here talking about slap her fingers, talking about young men clocking some tea and ish. How did we get here?
Wild work. What you got, HQ? Your girl Michelle.
Yeah, my girl Michelle. Y'all lay off my girl Michelle. We will burn this house down. Y'all keep
Big Mike.
On my girl Michelle.
Big Mike.
Michelle. She held that together. Despite the bullshit.
Please.
But anyway, Tracee Ellis Ross. I just feel sorry for her. I mean, I look at women my age because we're all in our 50s. You heard Vivica, Lisa Ray, we're all in our 50s. And then I look at the whole life that I lived and what I experienced and what I did. And then I look at them and I'll be like, you know, I did what I was supposed to do. I mean, I didn't understand why you couldn't do it. It's a lot of y'all out there that couldn't do it. I mean, so I just feel sorry for her because you had opportunities to do it, right? You had opportunities to do it. It wasn't like you were an ugly woman. Lisa Ray ain't ugly. Vivica Fox wasn't ugly. All these women, none of these women were ugly. These were beautiful women, absolutely stunning women.
Career first. These are career first women, just like Kendra G. I mean, it is what it is.
Right. So I feel sorry for these ladies. It is what it is. And there's regret. There's nothing worse than having regret at the end, close to the end of your life. Regret for the things you didn't do, for the things you didn't say, for the roads you didn't take. So, you know, I took all of those roads. I took the career road and I took the wife and mother road. So I did all of those things. These ladies decided they were going to just do career thing.
Don't want to have regrets. I like that. And that's what they're reaching. They're reaching the point of regret. Right. Good point.
And so I just wanted to share that I was talking with a friend and I noticed that like quite a few of my friends, men and women, are experiencing this kind of judgment about our bodies, our physical bodies. And I really encourage and invite all of us to just receive the wisdom of our bodies right now and allow the softness, the weight, the whatever that looks like, and be grateful. Like I feel like I made it through this year and
fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about?
Here we go. DJ, what's she doing, Raquel? I see you up there. She just talking.
She's lonely. Nice. You know, if somebody would be making her get that got going, and you know what I'm saying, a few back shots, her ass would be asleep right now, leaving everybody alone. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yes. Do y'all care about what she's talking about?
No.
I don't care about what she's talking about. And I'm a woman. They got a body that's getting older, that's figuring out, you know, I got to keep continually eating like a bird until I die to keep this size 25. You know what I'm saying? Because I just refuse to be a size 26. I just refuse it. Okay? But I don't care about what she's talking about. I just don't care. It's just, girl, please.
I mean,
who
really wants to hear what she got to say?
Man.
I mean, hear what you got to say, and you have nothing to put. It's not like you're talking about your work. You're not talking about your work. Maybe they'd be interested in that, but your regular, ordinary, everyday life. Don't know. You ain't got nothing to prove or show nobody about your ordinary life. So
that's why I stopped following her HQ, because it started getting like this, and I was thinking that she was like this high level, you know, fashion forward type person that who I thought she was before social media. Social media ruined that for me. I don't go nowhere near this woman's page. Matter of fact, I walk away from her little stand at Macy's because she just annoys me so much now.
Not interesting at all. Her, Lisa Ray, not interesting at all.
That's a good point. She up here talking because she ain't getting juiced to sleep. That's all they want. They want to be getting juiced to sleep.
Right.
Can't go to sleep because you have no other stimulation going there for you. So the phone is that stimulation. And it's just like, girl, get a life. Get a life.
Right.
Man, listen. Y'all talking about this woman got no other stimulation. Listen, Tracy be up in that house going ham.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
100. She did just before she turned his phone on. It's all on her face, yeah. But that ain't gonna cut it. Look at that, Rose. Overworked and underpaid.
I just saw that picture. I just saw it. I was looking down and I looked up and saw that white thing and said, "Oh my Lord, Gavin, you need to quit."
Yeah,
Don't be y'all love the personal massagers.
I feel like I made it through this year, and in some ways I've gotten deeper. In some ways I've gotten bigger. In some ways, I am forever changed. In some ways, I had something else to say, but it left my mind. But I don't think that my physical body is the most important thing to come out of this very difficult time, judging or poking at or looking at with such vigilance and microscopic view. I think it is, this is a time for us to offer compassion everywhere, to our bodies and to each other. Do you know that I just learned that if I pull my glasses down to my nose, they become readers? I mean, I gotta get with it. I gotta get with the program. All right, sending goo gobs of love.
I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord.
I'm over this woman. And this is why she is single, because a man cannot be in his house for more than a few hours. All right. Especially if he ain't got something in her mouth. So it just ain't going to work.
She just be talking, man. Listen here, ladies. If you want a man to be sitting here and deal with, because women, when they happy and comfortable, they do just be talking like this. You got to earn the attention of a man to deal with this. And now you come over here, especially if it's something that's just of leisure and entertainment. Yeah, good luck getting my attention on that.
That part. So we said earlier that by the end of this, we will figure out why this woman is 52, no kids, never been married, but she desires all this stuff at the end of life. So for that, I guess she's still Glaze approved.
Oh yeah. We ain't gonna waste her. Go ahead and enjoy Glaze Galaxy, Tracy.
Yeah, you could be a yoga instructor up there.
There you go, for sure.
We got us the gun line.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
We may not know which way to go. Oh Lord, see, this shit is gonna be dangerous. Some dark-winged duck shit. Let's get dangerous. I play the fool for the fool. Everybody plays the fool sometime, and no exception to the rule. Listen, baby, you hear me? I played the fool for a fool.